and welcome to a new project pan. We are now at the beginning of 2018 and I have been planning this project for a long time, so this is kind of a customary YouTube project. 18 in 2018, just like it was 17 in 2017. I did not do that project last year. I literally learned about the Project Pan community like 6 months ago. So today I'm actually starting my very first year-long Project Pan, or well, nearly year-long. I have selected 18 products from makeup only, and the reason for that is because if it is a year-long Project Pan, I would like it to be a little bit more challenging. I don't normally struggle with using up beauty products, so I can incorporate these in shorter projects, but for a project that will last approximately at this point 11 months, I think that I can potentially hope to finish 11 makeup products, which I'm gonna be showing you now. With some of those products, I have been going back and forth for a long time. I just really didn't want to overwhelm myself because obviously I do have a large makeup collection. I still want to use some other products, and obviously I continuously do reviews of all sorts of different products, so I have to make sure that I have enough time to use these and review these as well. So I have finally come up with hopefully a decent and reasonable selection of makeup for this project. In fact, literally just 5 minutes before I started this video, I changed my mind about some of those products, so some of these have been added literally last minute. But anyway, let's get started. Starting with the face products. I want to finish 2 powders this year. One is almost completely new, the other one is almost completely done. The one that is nearly finished is by Maybelline, and this is the matte maker, and as you can see there is a large pan. But the reason why I wanted to add this to this product pan is because this is a powder that I just can't use up. I've been using it for months and months, and yes, the pan grows slightly, but there's still loads of product left. So at this point I think I have no choice. I really want to get rid of this powder because I've had it for so long. I'm just literally tired of it. So I will be including this in this year-long project pan, although I'm really hoping I will be able to finish it sooner than in a year. The other powder is, as I said, almost new, and this one is by Clinique. This is the anti-redness powder. I wouldn't say that it does very much for my redness, but nevertheless I am often not particularly fussy about powders, so I think I can potentially use this powder up. Let me see how many grams do we have here. So this powder is 11.6 grams and the Maybelline one was 16 grams originally. So imagine, even though the pan is really big on this powder and this one is almost new, there's nearly the same amount of product in both. I have also selected one blush, and this one is by L'Oreal, and this is Blush Minerals. This is what it looks like. It's really old, and this is why I decided to add it to this project. It's just, there's nothing wrong with it, but I just don't really use it, or I don't really remember to use it. I don't think I can even mark it very well. I will try to mark it after this video for the first update, but at this point I would say probably I'm somewhere at the very top anyway because I hardly used it. But I think that one blush in a year-long project pan is reasonable, and I'm very much hoping that I will finish it before the end of this project. Now moving to the lip area. I have selected 5 products from my lip makeup collection, and 3 of these are lipsticks, and these are pretty much full-size lipsticks, barely used. One is a lip topper and one is a lip gloss, and again all of those products are pretty much new in the sense that I barely use them, but they're actually old, so I have to either throw them away or, well, not all of them are old, but 3, well no, really 2 of them are pretty old, so I either have to use them up ASAP or I just have to throw them away. The lip gloss is this Chanel Le Voisin, I will just avoid saying this name. It's just a Chanel lip gloss in a very dark color. It's pretty much full. I used it only a few times. It's really pretty. I have absolutely nothing against this lip gloss, but for some reason, maybe when I bought it, I love the color, but I just didn't feel like I would be comfortable wearing lip gloss this dark. But at this point, I think I would be perfectly comfortable wearing pretty much anything, luckily. Now the shade is 102. I don't know whether it says Glossimer. I don't know whether that's the name of the lip gloss range or that's the name of the color. There's 5.5 grams of lip product in it. I have one lip topper, and this is by Revlon. The only reason why I don't really use it is because I'm always in a rush, so I can't be bothered to just apply this to my lips. It's really pretty. Actually, let me apply it to that lip gloss for you guys. So I'm trying to figure out where I'm at. I'm probably somewhere here. Again, I will try to mark it after this video. It has this like a plastic wand, so there's really nothing there, but it allows you to grab some of the powder from the bottle. So let me actually show you what it's like when you apply it onto a lip gloss. It's barely visible here, but I've applied a little bit on top of this lip gloss, and that's what it looks like without any lip gloss at all. I think that it will look really pretty if I just use a sheer lip gloss, because there is a teeny bit of color here. It's glittery, but it's pink, so I will probably just try that with just a clear lip gloss first. Then I have this Estee Lauder lipstick. I really hate the smell of Estee Lauder lip products. I really hate it, and I hate the taste as well. I have another mini lip gloss which I like, but I hate the smell and it really puts me off using it. So this is just a lipstick. As you can see, I barely used it. It's literally in its original condition. It's not old, it's about maybe 2 years, which I know some people think that lipsticks that are 2 years old are old, but to me, believe me, that's not the case. And this one is Pure Color Candy Shimmer Long Lasting Lipstick number 16. I have no clue which one of these words are actually the color or the shade of this lipstick, but I will swatch it for you. This is like a really rosy pink color. This really reminds me of lipsticks from like the early 90s. It's just that was the time when those lipsticks were in fashion, like with this pearl finish. So I think that this is probably imitation of those kinds of lipsticks, and even the packaging looks kind of a little bit more old-fashioned. Not that I don't like it, but it just reminds me of those really early 90s lipsticks. Not that I was wearing a lipstick in early 90s, but my mom did have like a lipstick. I was somehow always familiar with the beauty and makeup industry even when I was a little kid, so that's basically what this lipstick reminds me of. The other two lipsticks are from Revlon, and they are from the Ultra HD range. So this one is in H25 Hydrangea and this one is in 830 Rose. I will swatch this for you guys, but they are barely used, even though I did use them a few times, don't get me wrong, I did, but it appears that there's still plenty of product there. This is basically the Hydrangea lipstick and this one is the rose one. So you can obviously see the difference in color here, but I will swatch them for you. It doesn't appear that there's that much product here. I don't know how many grams there are. I think those are very wearable lipsticks. So this one is the Hydrangea and this one is the rose. I think you can definitely wear them on an everyday basis as well as, you know, any occasion really. There is a lot of pigment, but not so much that they look like a matte lipstick. So I think I'm pretty comfortable wearing these for the next year. Oh, actually it does say how many grams we have here, and that's 3 grams. That's not very much, I think. We'll see how we get on with these. Now moving on to, in my opinion, the most challenging category, which is the eye makeup or eye area makeup. This year I have decided to incorporate 2 brow products. One of them is just this Gel by Collection. Collection is just the drugstore brand, one of the cheapest ones you can find in the UK. Well, this was once a clear brow gel, but because I often used it on top of other products, obviously now it has changed color. So it's not dirt, it's not expired, it's just, you know, mixed with eyebrow powders or eyebrow pencils, etc. So, well, now I've mixed it up, so I no longer know where I am, but I am somewhere over here. So as you can see, there's still quite a long way to go, and especially since you don't really use that much of it, even if you use it on an everyday basis, I think this is gonna be a bit of a challenge for me. The other product that I wanted to use, which is also for eyebrows, is an eyebrow powder. So I have this little palette, again from Collection. In fact, those two, they were in one kit, so they came together, but I count them as completely separate items because they are separate, basically. So this is the one that I want to use. This is the lightest shade, so I am very much hoping to be able to use it up. Obviously, I don't necessarily have to use it for my eyebrows, it's just a powder. Let's see. As you can see, it's super light, but I think that I could possibly use it as an eyeshadow as well. I don't think I can use it as anything else. Well, I can try to contour with it and see the effect of it. I've used it a number of times, but there's still plenty of product left. I'm just trying to find out if I know how many grams there is in this product. No, I can't see anything that would tell me how many grams I still have, but as you can see, plenty. There's still plenty of product in this particular kit. I am also incorporating 2 eyeliner pencils. On top of that, it's not only that I struggle with eyeliner pencils, but in this case, those are actually colored eyeliner pencils. So this one is in green and this one is in navy. Both of them are from number 7 and I've had them for a really long time, so I really have to use them up as soon as possible. This one, the green one, you can barely see it. So I think that if I had a brown or green eye makeup, I could use it as a highlight. The other one is quite dark because it's obviously navy. Quite hard though. I can definitely use it with like a blue eyeshadow or blue eye makeup, or just as an eyeliner pencil because it's quite dark. So we'll see how we get on. As you can see, there's plenty there to work with. I barely touched the navy one. I used the green one a little bit, but again, not very much. So I think that, at least I hope that in a year-long project pan, I might be actually able to use those up and get them out of my makeup collection, because it really bothers me when I have items that I just don't use or that I don't enjoy using. And these two I don't use and I don't like to use. I have a sense that I am shooting myself in the foot here because I actually have 6 eyeshadows to go through this year. And on top of that, pretty much all of them are full size and barely used. Let's start from the ones that I can be the most hopeful about. This is by number 7, and this, in fact, although I think it is an eyeshadow, it could probably be used as a shimmering powder or a highlight. It's really beautiful. It's a very fine powder. There's a lot of glitter in it, but the glitter is very finely milled, so I don't know if you can really see it very well here, but it's actually really pretty. So with this one, I honestly think that I will probably use it up. Now the problem is that I can't tell where I am with this eyeshadow because I think that the packaging is also sort of rose gold, just like the product, so I can't really tell how much I have used, but I didn't use very much of it, so I would probably say that more than half of this product is still there. Another item that I have is an eyeshadow, and I don't know there is an actual brand assigned to it. There was a brand printed on the cover, but it's completely wrapped off now, so I don't really know. I know it's just a sort of like a generic drugstore eyeshadow, so maybe I should just name all of my generic products generic. That's just gonna be the new brand in my household, generic. This is an eyeshadow that looks like a quad, but looking at the amount of product that I have here, I really don't think it can be counted as a quad. It's 2.5 grams, so the whole thing is 2.5 grams. The colors are pretty nice. They are quite subtle. There's a little bit of a shimmer here, or maybe sort of more like a metallic sheen. I do like this eyeshadow, but it has a lot of hard pan on it already. It's not very old. It's actually only like 2 years old, I think, or maybe 3 years. To me, eyeshadows that are 2 or 3 years old are pretty much like new, so I am quite disappointed that this one already has some hard pan on it. But nevertheless, I am very much hoping that I will be able to still make the most of this eyeshadow this year. It is still pretty, even though it was really inexpensive, and obviously I'm very much hoping that I will be able to use the whole thing up by the end of this year. The next eyeshadow that I have is by number 7. You know, there was a period of time when I was getting a lot of coupons for number 7 products, so I have stocked up on number 7 products, and now I'm trying to use them up and get rid of them. This is like a little trio, but I will focus only on the top eyeshadow here. I'm not quite sure how many grams there is because it's old, so there's really no writing on it anymore, but something is telling me that it's about 2 grams. There is like a very faint writing here, and I think it says 2 grams. If the whole thing is 2 grams, then that would be amazing, because that means that this is probably just less than a gram of product, which means that it is feasible to finish it in 11 months. And this is a bluish grayish color, so I think it's gonna be easy to incorporate if I am wearing blue eyeshadow, which I do. I like colorful eyeshadows. I wear them a lot, even to work. I don't know if you can see it, but basically that's what it looks like here. As you can see, I barely touched it, so there's a lot of product still left. The last 3 eyeshadows are from Bourjois, and 2 of them are liquid eyeshadows and the other one is loose powder eyeshadow, and I think all 3 will be really challenging to use up. So those 2, as you can see, are pretty much full, and on top of that, this one is in blue, this one is in sort of golden shade. There is 8.5 milliliters in each, so that is a lot for an eyeshadow, because that translates to approximately 6.5, maybe even 7 grams of product in just one. That's more than all of the other eyeshadows that I want to use up this year put together. I had another one of these which was in grey, but that actually expired, so I know that these are old and I really have to use them up now, because I had to throw the other one away, and I absolutely hate throwing products away. I find it very wasteful, and I don't want to be ungrateful for, you know, being able to even have those products. So to me, throwing stuff away is just not an option, and I don't throw stuff away unless I absolutely have to. Looking at the amount of pigment in those eyeshadows, I'm not sure if I've made the right decision here. So those are the colors. This is the blue, obviously. This is the sort of golden one. They are absolutely beautiful. They definitely stand out, and if I put them on my eyelids, I think my makeup will be like... But nevertheless, you buy something, you better know how to use it, otherwise just don't buy it. And as I've mentioned, the last eyeshadow is also from Bourjois, and it is a loose eyeshadow, and this one is in if only I knew. that's not the name of the eyeshadow. No, I don't actually know what's the name of this eyeshadow. Well, it says it's in French. Wonderful. Okay, so everything on this packaging is in French. And how many grams do we have here? Okay, so at least here we actually have, I think, 2.6 grams of product. But again, I barely used it, as you can, well, I don't know if you can see, but I know that I barely used it. It comes with a little brush here, so obviously you can get the product out this way. It's a loose eyeshadow, which normally means there's gonna be a lot of mess, because I am going through mess even now when I'm swatching this product. It's nevertheless a beautiful eyeshadow. You know, if it wasn't aging already, I would be very glad to keep it and just use it whenever I actually wanted to use it, so that I can fully appreciate it. But you know, it is one of my oldest eyeshadows at this point, so I have chosen it because I don't use it enough, and because I really want to use it up before it expires and before I am forced to throw it away. Okay guys, so this is it. Those have now been 18 makeup products. I am kind of excited because I always feel so guilty if there are makeup products in my makeup collection that I don't use for whatever reason, whether it's because they are too pigmented, I don't know how to wear them, I don't like them, etc, etc. I know that some people prefer to declutter their makeup collection rather than use products up if they don't like them. However, what I have learned in my previous project pan videos, well, making my previous project pan videos, is that in fact I don't actually know what I like. I think I don't like something, and then I start using it and I realize how beautiful it is or how well it actually works, and then I'm like, oh my gosh, why haven't I been using this product until now? So I do know that most of the products that people think they don't like, they probably would like if they actually wore them properly, or if they got creative with them and just found a use for them. But nevertheless, I'm just a person who really prefers to use products up, because at the end of the day, I paid for them, I worked for them, and I made a decision to buy them. So throwing them up, I do believe, is a waste. If you're giving them away, that's fine, that's absolutely fine. Someone else might enjoy them more than you, but I don't actually have pretty much anyone who is into makeup as much as I am. So if I have a blue eyeshadow that I don't wear, no one else will, because I'm the most likely person to wear a blue eyeshadow. Anyway, enough of rambling. Thank you guys so much for watching. Obviously, please stay tuned for updates. I will try to do an update every month, but I am also doing other project pans, and I have already published one of the videos for this year, but there will be more coming soon as well. I just didn't want to start them all at the same time, so stay tuned for that. Please give this video a thumbs up if obviously you enjoyed it, which I hope you did, and please subscribe to my channel if you like project plan videos, because as I said, I have a number of them already planned out and they are work in progress, but will be published very soon, so look out for these. Thank you once again, and I will see you in my next video. Bye guys.